Before we get into the minutiae of this path-breaking innovation called Sugarlif, let's first understand sugar. Sugar makes every food sweet. Sugar makes our taste buds happy, it makes us excited to eat any product made with sugar, and above all, sugar gives us energy. Still, sugar is considered bad thing. Why? There are two reasons why it is considered bad. One is glycemic index and glycemic load, another is fructose toxicity. Culprit 1. Glycemic index and glycemic load. The GI measures the rate at which our liver metabolizes the sugar. A glycemic index in the range of 0 to 55 is considered low, 56 to 69 is considered medium, and 70 or above is considered high. Glycemic load is a measure of both the quality, the GI value, and quantity, grams per serve, of a carbohydrate in a meal. A glycemic load of 10 or below is considered low, 11 to 19 is medium, and 20 or above is considered high. The food with medium or high glycemic index and glycemic load is harmful for the body, as it facilitates a sharp increase of glucose in the blood, which in turn triggers the pancreas to release a rush of the hormone insulin, which removes any excess glucose. Insulin removes the surplus glucose from the blood and lowers the speed at which the body burns fat. A large surge in insulin, caused by eating high GI foods, will start reactions in the body that leave you feeling lethargic, hungry, and craving more sugar. Sugar has medium to high GI and GL, and it metabolizes the sugar faster, that causes spikes in our blood pressure and blood level, which harm us in the long run. Culprit 2. Fructose toxicity. Sucrose is commonly known as table sugar, and is obtained from sugarcane or sugar beets. When sucrose is consumed, the enzyme beta-fructosidase separates sucrose into its individual sugar units of glucose and fructose. In case of fructose, 100% of the metabolic burden rests on your liver. But with glucose, your liver has to break down only 20%. Every cell in your body, including your brain, utilizes glucose. Therefore, much of it is burned up immediately after you consume it. By contrast, fructose is turned into free fatty acids, FFAs, VLDL, the damaging form of cholesterol, and triglycerides, which gets stored as fat. The fatty acids created during the fructose metabolism accumulate as fat droplets in your liver and skeletal muscle tissues, causing insulin resistance and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Insulin resistance progresses to metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. Fructose is the most lipophilic carbohydrate. In other words, fructose converts to activated glycerol, G3P, which is directly used to turn FFAs into triglycerides. The more G3P you have, the more fat you store. Glucose does not do this. When you eat 120 calories of glucose, less than 1 calorie is stored as a fat. 120 calories of fructose results in 40 calories being stored as fat. Consuming fructose essentially consuming fat. The metabolism of fructose by your liver creates a long list of waste products and toxins, including a large amount of uric acid, which drives up blood pressure and causes gout. The bottom line is, if anyone tries to tell you sugar is sugar, they are way behind the times. As you can see, there are major differences in how your body processes fructose and glucose. Fructose leads to increased metabolic syndrome, belly fat, chronic diseases, insulin resistance, and many more. In our next video, we will tell you why we consider Sugarlif as the healthiest sugar in the world.